everybody, how you doing? Gallifrey Madman coming at you. It's been a while, but I'm back. GLC news report. What's going on in the racing world of GLC? Well, that's what we're going to find out. Uh, as you know, we have a lot going on between Forza and Project Cars, and I'm really excited to bring you some news about Project Cars, but we'll get to that later. First thing we're going to cover is Tuesday nights, which they do in IndyCar League right now on Forza. And again, I'm doing this without reports. I'm just trying to ferret out some information here. I'll give you what I can. I don't know any real specific or details, but they had a good sized field Tuesday night on the IndyCar Season 4 Forza Motorsport 6. Uh, well, it looks like everybody had a good race. Everybody ran a clean lap. Your top three finishers for the night, the guys who finished on the podium, were Lofty. Good job, Lofty. Coming in second place, which don't understand, Junior JH. What's up, Junior? What's up with that? And then rounding off the third place on the podium is Lucky Eddie. Good job. Lucky Eddie is seems to be a real consistent racer over there in Forza. I know he plays Project Cars. Love to see him over there sometime. But hey, what do you know, we do Indy cars too. But anyway, so that's your IndyCar report for Forza. For Forza, God. Going into other races that we've got going on, um, a lot of it mainly happens on the weekend. So we get a lot thrown at you on the weekend, and that's generally kicked off by Dirty Ewok 75 with his Friday project. What he does is he just brings out some cars. Right now, he's running. He does some Formula A stuff, which is Project Car's version of Formula One. They just weren't allowed to call it Formula One, so they call it Formula A, Formula B, Formula C, and so forth. So that's what it is. Project Cars didn't get the licensing for a lot of stuff, so they had to rename some tracks, and they had to uh, just give generic titles to cars. But still, it was good quality racing to be had with Ewok on the Friday project. What he does is like I said, he does the Formula A's, but then he also visits the cars and tracks that are going to be run for that weekend when it comes to Project Cars. So he'll do the GT3 cars with the track that's going to be raced on Saturday night, and then he'll do the Indy cars with the track that are supposed to be raced on Sunday, giving everybody a little bit of practice. Um, and it's a lot of fun. We do get some guys that actually don't show up for the league racing who do show up for that, and they have fun. So, but they're committed to the Forza leagues themselves. So maybe someday, who knows? Uh, Other than that, Saturday kicks off, which is always been the main night for Forza. Always has been since the start of GLC. And they get some good racing, and they're still racing the tactical GTs. Uh, as far as who finished in what positions, I honestly can't tell you right now because I cannot find any information on it. And it's bugging me. Normally, you'd find screenshots or something with um, Merlin Mal, but didn't get any. So I don't know what happened for Saturday night's racing. I'd love to tell you. But I know, as far as I know, those guys are still having a good time over there. Um, can't tell you anything. What I can tell you, though, is GT3s on Project Cars. It has exploded. We have gone from very few drivers to where, we were lucky if we got 4, maybe 5 drivers to show up for a league night when we were running the leagues. Well, we decided that we were going to run 2 leagues, Saturday and Sunday night. What I ended up doing is I created the GT3 Saturday nights. Project Cars is, as it stands right now, it's just going to permanently be a GT3 night. That's what we're always going to race on a Saturday night when it comes to Project Cars. For a couple reasons. One is they're a great class of car. They're very popular, but it is also the number one raced class of car when it comes to that game. And just to prove my point, we are now at the point to where very rarely, the first night we were able to because some people didn't show up, but the amount of drivers we actually have listed to race in our GT3 League, which we got from the partnership we've got with Project Cars Clean Racing League Club on Xbox Live, we weren't able to contain it to one lobby. So Project Cars on a Saturday night has actually had to go to a second lobby. And we've actually just come up with a new format because we weren't expecting that kind of a response. And we have such a mixture of drivers. We have guys that leave Junior in the dust, and if you know Junior, that's an accomplishment because Junior's a fast guy. But there's guys in there that Junior is tailing behind, and he's battling to keep up with, which is good for Junior. I'm glad to see Junior has some real stiff competition out there, and not just shows up and win races. If he wants to win a race, he's actually got to earn it now. Because I wasn't going to stop him. I'm not that good. I'm okay at the game, but I'm not that good. So we didn't really have any real stiff competition for Junior, but now we do. But we've also grown with so many other range of abilities of drivers. It was just awesome. So we ended up having to create a system to now we're actually doing an entry submission. So that night that you're going to be racing, which we just did Donington, but we did it with a whole split the lobbies in a different way. We just came up with this system. So next week we're going to be racing Brands Hatch. So you have all week to race Brands Hatch and put some lap times in. And when you're happy with a lap time, because you get one submission, only one, you don't get to redo, you just put in your submit it to either me or Ewok by sending it to us, sharing it on Xbox Live or whatever, and sending it to us in a message, and then that's your entry into the Saturday night race. So we have done a cutoff. So if you don't have a submission by 8 a.m. that Saturday morning, you're not able to race that night because you didn't meet the deadline. You didn't submit an entry lap. So what that's going to do is if we do have to break into multiple lobbies, we're going to be able to keep likability drivers together because we'll know what guys are doing on each track. And we're getting great responses from it. People are looking forward to it running that way because they want to race around people of likability. And we've got a lot of promise in that, and we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to some real success over there. And for any of those new guys that are new to the GLC and you happen to be watching this, this is the first news update that I've been given since you've all joined. Welcome. Happy to have you. You are now part of the GLC family. Rejoice, be happy, and have a good time. That's what we're here for. But we had some stiff competition when it came to Donington last night. LRT Sidewinder just completely left everybody in the dust in lobby number 1. And then Dirt Diver in lobby number 2 was able to take the race over there. And again, we had split lobbies with different range of abilities. So we're going to work on correcting that. And now what's going to happen is everybody is going to be gauged on their race time. So there's not going to be separate lobby points. There's not going to be, you're in a different group of racers. Everybody's still racing against each other. Just you might not be in the same lobby, but you're still competing against each other by your race times. So we're really looking forward to this. So the faster you go around the track, the better the points you're going to pick up on the final standings. You get bragging rights if you're in a separate lobby and you're able to win that lobby. Yeah, you get the bragging points that, hey, look at that, I did that, um, and you get to race with people that you like being around, that you're able to keep up with, and you can have a good wheel-to-wheel competitive racing. So looking forward to it. And again, welcome to all those new members. Sunday. Sunday they're doing the Mazda Cup. I do believe they're still running that on Forza. Again, I don't know if they ran it this weekend. I see no screenshots for positions or anything, so I can't give you any information. I'm going to have to work on redoing the communications we have here so I can get this information out to you guys. But they're still running the Mazda Cup. What I forgot to mention, though, is on the IndyCar League and Forza on Tuesday nights, they're hitting their mid-season break this Tuesday, so they're going to be running now get a load of this, they're going to be running an Aston Martin DBR9 Cup. Everybody's going to be in the Aston Martin, which shouldn't be it shouldn't be that bad of an experience for everybody because I think everybody pretty much agrees that's a great car. Um, it's it's a lot better than the GT3 class ones because the Aston Martin DBR9 is actually a GT1 car. It races in the GT1 class, but of course with Forza, it's all the GT classes are just mixed into one. They don't actually have a GT3 Aston Martin in the game, but it's a lot of fun. I know it's a good car. I personally tuned it once, so there is a tune out there from me. I've had good responses on it, so feel free to take it off of there. Yes, I was a Forza racer, and good luck to anybody who participates in that. And then to round everything up on Sunday night on Project Cars, where we're also running an IndyCar season with the Dallara DW12. We had a race on Spa. Well, for the second week in a row, Mr. Coughlin dominated. He has won both races of the season. He is just a force to be reckoned with when it comes to open wheel. It's tough to keep up with him. I was able to get a faster lap time than him, but I did not last that long because I actually got coming up to that first chicane at the start of the race, right after we started. I kind of got popped in the back, sent over cutting an edge, which gave me a time penalty, which slowed me down. And then when my penalty was over and my 5 second penalty was over and I was able to get back up to, get my power back in, me and Gruff Sky, we came together because he was coming. I actually rolled right up into the turn. I tried to stay on the outer edge, but then Gruff Sky was coming around, and as he come around and took the turn, and then I got my power back, it was like boom. It was completely unintentional. There was no intent of hitting anybody at that point. It was just one of those accidents. So we both ended up with damage. We both crawled around, got to the pits, fixed our cars, and then I was actually making up some ground. I was running some really great laps. That's when I got my fastest lap. And then lap 8, I fishtailed, caught the guardrail, lost my left rear tire. For those who race in Project Cars on with the Dallara IndyCar, the left rear tire is your power source. If you don't have that tire, your car don't move. So just putting that out there. So yeah, my race was over with. A little bit later on, with only I think 5 laps left to go, was real sad. Intimidator, he ended up also losing his rear tires. He lost it in one of the turns, and he hit his rear end into something, lost his wing, lost his rear tires, and of course put him out of the race. So we were both disqualified. But coming in second place was Dirty Ewok, 75. Good showing, Ewok. Um, really top-notch racing on you there. And then one of our new members that just joined this weekend. Uh, I don't not sure if he pronounces it Geekop or Gekop, but Gekop was in third place, and he was holding it on second place, which he could have taken, but he ended up having to pit, I think, on the second to last lap, and he lost ground. And Ewok was able to take it back up. Both Ewok and Coughlin were the only two to actually complete all 26 laps. Um, Gekop and Slidard finished a lap down, and Gruff Sky ended up finishing, I want to say maybe 3 laps down, and then of course me and Intimidator, we were both disqualified for losing our wheels. So a great weekend of racing all the way around. Uh, Again, we will be bringing this back to you every week, and I will be sure to get information for you as far as all the Forza sports that go on during the weekend, so that way I can give that information to you. I'm not just sitting here talking about project cars because I know people don't like that, even though I could go on and on and on. Uh, I won't do that. I will make sure I get the reports for you so you can know what's going on when it comes to Forza. Uh, Other than that, again, great weekend of racing all the way around at GLC. So take it easy, everybody. Catch you later.